Hey, it's Vanessa, and welcome to a new conversation on energy. This one is going to be about the top predictions for healers in 2025. If you have not yet seen or heard the hybrid healer recording that was done earlier this year, definitely go and check that out. It gives you a good introduction to some of the predictions that I will be sharing with you today. Before I get into the topic, though, I do want to welcome you here, whether you are new or returning. Please do like, comment, subscribe, click to get notifications, share with your friends, all that good social media stuff that gets us out to more of my people. I do appreciate that. So thank you. We are in an incredibly transformational time right now where we are transitioning between an old paradigm to a new earth or new paradigm way of being. That's happening across the board in all different areas. And we're feeling that within our own system as well. We are changing energetically, we are changing in consciousness, and we are changing in terms of our own system and structure, how we go about our day-to-day lives, and what healing needs to take place within us so we can actually be truly vital. That's a conversation that lights me up. If you would like to see all 12 of my predictions, please go to vasmith.com/your-healing-business or hop over to my website, click on the Your Healing Business tab, and you'll see all 12 predictions. I will be sharing 5 with you here today. One last thing I want to say before I jump in is, as a collective, we are in the midst of a healing, I want to say both an experience and an activation, like together as a whole, as a community. The consciousness expansion that goes hand in hand with that is part of the spark that catalyzes healing to take place for us, and it's also the result of what happens when we start intentionally engaging with our own healing. And when you think about what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, how vital you feel or not, how alive your system is, we've come to accept that there's a certain level of heaviness or stress, or things aren't working quite right, and yet we hold this ideal or this optimized reality of what could be, and what happens in the middle, like what's going on in the middle. What's happening in the middle is healing, and healing can be joyful and messy and hard and easy. It can be all the things to both excavate and release what you've been carrying around. All those thoughts that are making you feel squished up, all of the emotions that can create a lot of chaos and discord in your system, all the beliefs that keep you in an old identity or old version of yourselves, and the impact that that has on your physiology. This doesn't even take into account all of the various factors that are always, every day, already influencing our health and well-being. So this is one of those really important times in our collective growth, collective leap that we are currently in, where building very strong foundational practices of inner resilience, of inner well-being, of choosing to prioritize your health so we can navigate and ride the waves of all the other things that are changing. It's so important. So just even the smallest step that you can do towards that, if you were looking for, a sign to start doing that, now is it. I know at the time of this recording coming out, everybody's in that transition phase where they're getting ready to think about the upcoming year and the resolutions or the things that you want to change. And while I don't necessarily outright disagree with that approach, what I'd really, really invite you to lean into, and for myself as well, is to think about how you actually want to experience the present moment. Yes, have an end goal. Yes, do what you need to do to move towards that end goal. And what can you do in this moment to feel more vital? Because that's where your power is. That's where your clarity is. That's where your purpose is how you can be more vital in this moment. And the way that I define healers, no matter what your specialty, what your niche is, whether you're multimodality, whatever it is, they're simply facilitators of transformation. And we need that guidance, right? Yes, we are incredible self-healing beings, and yet we need to learn how to work with the mechanics of all of that. And so finding a person or a team of healers that can support you, learning more about healing yourself, can't recommend it enough. So you can be in this moment and meet this moment with your strength, with your presence, um, so you can be with whatever is happening. You'll find that if you can actually be present with what's happening, it will be incredibly liberating and very vitalizing. Easier said than done sometimes, but worth the effort nonetheless. All right, so let's move into the predictions. Prediction number one: healing gifts will be activated for the masses. And as a result of this, there will be many, many people that will be seeking healers and healing businesses to help make sense of these new abilities that they have. Now, from an energetic perspective, you may know if you've been here for a while, I read energy, I see energy, I hear energy. I'm all about checking the energy. And from a collective energetic perspective, we are going through a recalibration with our energy systems. So, in addition to all the physical systems that we have, like the organ system, the lymphatic system, we also have energy systems. And they are in flux and they are changing and they are evolving and they are being activated right now. And one of the abilities that we all have is the ability to heal. Our bodies do it organically, naturally, all the time. They're always returning us to a state, no matter how much we like poison our bodies. It's kind of insane, actually, when you think about all the different things out there that create toxicity in the body. It is still this self-healing mechanism. So what's happening is as these energetic systems within us change. And this is something that I talk in great depth in my Energy Essentials courses. But as these systems change, it wakes up the dormant ability, healing abilities that we have to intentionally, consciously not only heal ourselves, but to also facilitate healing for others, and specifically using our hands as healers. And there's many, many ways that we can do that. And so that natural ability that's inherent and is our birthright is going to feel activated, or in other words, become more conscious. We may find ourselves naturally placing our hands in certain areas of our body and then feeling great relief. We may find ourselves having certain visualizations of healing our body. So this will happen organically and automatically for more people. This is one of the big predictions and trends that's currently underway. Some of us are going first or have gone first for a while, but more and more will begin to experience this. And the old system says you can't do that. You must defer your health and vitality only to an authority. That's no longer the case. Our ability to heal is about to get massively activated. And I laugh because uh, I don't know why I laugh. Actually, I think I'm laughing out of relief because I feel like I'm one of those that have desired that for my own life and also been one of those that have gone first in terms of my own healing abilities and energy sensitivities. And so it's kind of nice to say, hey, you're going to join the party now, to this larger group, this larger humanity, to know themselves in that way and to know their potential and their capacity in that way. So that's really exciting. And I wanted to share that if you are a healer or do have a healing business, this isn't in any way a threat to you. This is a good thing, because we're really also moving into an era with the new earth paradigm that we're building and creating here, where we're more in a partnership or collaboration model rather than a hierarchical approach of like, you come to me and I heal you. It's more of, let's work together. What are your healing gifts? And here's how I can help facilitate that transformation and healing. So healing businesses are about to really explode in the best ways. One of the outcomes of this, we'll call it prediction number 2, and that is, if you have a healing business or do healing work, next year is a really great time to expand how you convey your products and services as a healing business, because there will be a mass interest and organic activation of these healing abilities. People are going to want to make sense of that. As a healing business, it's important to look at how you might restructure your offerings to be more educational and mentoring and guidance focused. It doesn't mean that you want to give up your healing gifts or you no longer do healing services. It just means that you expand, because many people will be seeking guides. They'll want to learn more healing modalities. So maybe you do something that's very unique to you, and it's time for you to step into a teaching role where you teach other people and they become certified in your way of healing. So prediction number 2 is healing businesses will expand, because there's going to be a demand, and you'll also feel an inner call within yourself to recalibrate how you're doing what you're doing in the world, because that interest will be there. So if you have a healing business, really take an assessment of what you can restructure within your business so you are wearing the hat of mentor, teacher, and or guide, because many will want that kind of support. The next one I want to share with you is what I call hidden gem healers. They're going to feel an inner pull within them to come out of hiding and participate more intentionally in the larger paradigm shift, in the larger change that's going on. And so we're going to see a change of the guard, so to speak, in terms of healers who are influencers, because of the social media landscape and this whole idea around people wearing the hat of influencer. They're out there, they're talking about their specialty within the healing field. That landscape is going to shift in some way. Some people that are currently in that role will step back, like they'll feel complete, and new people will be stepping forward. And I'm not saying that those people will disappear. They won't disappear, but they may find that they're not as perhaps interested in being on the stage as much. Like they may find more of a pull to start doing some new projects with expanding what they've already been doing. And there's going to be an opening for a whole new set of influencers, AKA what used to be hidden gem healers, on the rise. I come across so many hidden gem healers where I'm like, oh my God, you're phenomenal. Like what you do is such a gift. And sometimes they know that, sometimes they don't. But either way, they're kind of just behind the scenes. Like they work with the people they work with, but they don't love social media. Like I feel like I come across a lot of people that are incredible at what they do, but they don't really want to use social media as the platform to share about what they do. They're more working with this divine orchestration behind the scenes of trusting that whoever they're meant to work with shows up in their world. And then it often plays out like that. But the prediction that I see happening for this next year is that those hidden gem healers start really moving into more of an external facing stage rather than staying out of the scene. And so what that means is we're going to have a lot more fresh information, like a lot more people sharing their perspective, sharing what they've been through when they were kind of hidden behind the scenes, new ideas, new insights. Just everybody brings a new energy, right? Even if you're expressing the same concepts, your energy signature is different. So it's just going to feel like a fresh wave of new energy when it comes to the healers in that influencer realm. Number 4 is we are going to see group healings become much more commonplace. So I don't know if you've ever experienced, for example, group acupuncture. So you're in a big room, there's different people on the tables, and then the acupuncturist or the small team of acupuncturists is going around and working on everybody that's there. And it's a way to make healthcare more affordable for the people that get their treatment in that kind of way. But what's really also so powerful about this is when you're with a group of people and you're all coming together with the same intention to heal, and you're in close proximity, and that proximity, that could be physical proximity, or it also could be energetic proximity. It's the intention that binds the group together in a harmonic type of way. And so when you're in that group setting, you will feel an acceleration of your healing, a deeper activation of your own healing gifts. And yeah, you're in that shared energy field. And so it really does amplify and accelerate the healing for everybody in that space. And there's going to be more of a desire for that for economic reasons. But looks to me from an energy perspective, there's also going to be a lot more scientific assessment and documentation or research and results showing that people that heal in groups together accelerate their healing process. That's another trend that I see happening in this next year. The last one that I want to share with you is, well, this actually, it links back to the first video or recording that I referenced, which was on hybrid healers. There's going to be a rise of hybrid healers coming onto the scene within this next year and then growing exponentially years after that. What hybrid healers are about is they're essentially multimodality healers. They have a combination of training that they are putting together in a very integrative kind of way that is unique to them. You're getting a whole new experience through their multimodality combination of what it is that they're offering up. If you are a healer, you may find that you have a desire to expand your own knowledge of healing. So get that training, follow the certification path that is calling your name. What's so cool about education, especially healing education, is that you go through such an alchemical process of change as you learn whatever the healing technique is. And so we're going to see some really incredible, unique, and potent combinations of healing modalities combined in one person. And what that sparks is not just your own unique, style of doing things, but new whole ways of healing are born out of that. Something that's never been created before. That's pretty powerful. Despite everything going on in the world, for better or for worse, It really is an expansive time for us to be able to find our presence and our resilience and our strength and our groundedness to meet the moment and to be vital, to be clear in our energy and clear in our purpose. That's what I feel like all of these healing predictions are paving the way for. They're helping us to be able to do that. They're helping us to ride the waves of these really transformational times. They're helping us to be clear on our role within all of it. I mean, think about it. When you start to remove the toxicity, you start to remove the limitation that's whether it's self-placed or picked up through your culture or your ancestry. When you start to clear the clutter energetically, what you're left with is this potential, this creative potential that we get to choose to express in a very purposeful kind of way. I think that's cool. And I'm excited about that in all the other predictions that I tuned into energetically and saw playing out next year and in the years to come around healing trends, healers, and healing businesses. So, with that, I'm going to close this out and say thank you again for tuning in. Please do go to vasmith.com/your-healing-business, and you'll see all 12 predictions there. And if you are a healer or have a healing business, please do have a look. And wishing you well. And I'll be back again soon with another conversation on energy. Take care.